Have you ever wondered what it takes for a small channel to go from grinding to glory on YouTube? Well, let me tell you about a creator who isn't relying on luck and has managed to get a video to over 360,000 views.
It's tough because you can never 100% guarantee that a video is going to go viral, but there was a lot of strategy.
Meet NewHoops, a creator who has dedicated months to their craft and has finally unlocked a lot of potential for their channel. During my call with NewHoops, he unveiled 4 slam dunk strategies that made it happen. And yes, I will be making more basketball puns, and I'm not sorry. In fact, for whoever ends up editing this, can you please put up a counter right here for all the puns and wordplay we're gonna use? Thanks. If you're ready to transform your entire YouTube channel, then this interview is your winning shot. First question, just very simply, what inspired you to start making videos in the first place?
I grew up with YouTube, but in terms of deciding on what type of content I want to create my YouTube channel about, I grew up watching basketball. I grew up watching the NBA. I'm very passionate about it. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. And so for me, during the season, I would already spend a couple hours each night, every other night, just watching it. And so for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. If I'm already invested so heavily in the NBA, why not double down more on that and create a channel about it, just to share my thoughts and just the joy I have for the game.
Within all of that, there was one principle that really stood out to me. It's basketball first and then YouTube. Because a lot of creators we've spoken to just want so badly to be on YouTube, but then once they start their channel, they're left scratching their heads about what to do after they've decided they're going to be a creator. But here's the thing, if you kick off your YouTube channel with a rock solid passion that you inherently already have, then that is a winning strategy. Why does that matter though? Well, when you build your channel around something you're really excited about, a couple of things happen. First, it helps you steer clear of burnout, which helps you create more content, obviously. You're excited about talking about this, so it's just easier to keep going. And second, it makes you the go-to authority or expert on the topic that you cover, and your viewers end up building a trust with you. And if you don't feel like you're an expert, it's okay, because as you keep making videos, you're also gonna keep learning about the thing you love along the way, making you an expert. But being passionate isn't the only move in the playbook. You need to steer yourself in the right direction. And that's where the first strategy takes the shot.
YouTube is one of the platforms where you can really see proven video concepts. You can go to anyone's channel, click on popular, and see what videos have done really well. And so I take that, and obviously don't copy it, but you take that as inspiration. And in the NBA niche, for example, masks have done really well. There's countless videos on masks, how this player did really well with a mask, origin of the mask, whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, what about another accessory? And so I thought about, I mean, there's goggles already. I searched arm sleeve. There was no videos on arm sleeve. And so I was like, okay, there's like an opportunity there in the market, in the YouTube platform, for me to create a video about arm sleeves. And so that's what I did to just add on top of that. And now I'm trying to apply it to my future videos. The topic is very universal. Obviously, arm sleeves, they're adopted across all the sports. And it really came down to because of an NBA player. So the fact that I was able to tie in a very niche topic of basketball and then apply it across other sports.
Okay, let's slow down and dive into this a little bit deeper, because there is a lot to unpack here. NewHoops isn't just spilling the beans on 1 or 2 strategies here. He's giving us a triple threat. First, he found himself in a sweet spot, a topic within a topic. He's niched down from sports to basketball to the origins of sports apparel and accessories that basketball players specifically use. The more he zeroed in, the less competition he had. Secondly, he's dominated his research game. He's looked both inside and outside of his niche, and then he's cleverly combined 2 elements, basketball and accessories. And you would think niching down that much will severely limit your success on YouTube, but here's the thing, that didn't happen to NewHoops. No, NewHoops actually expanded his audience through this whole process. It's not just about hardcore basketball fans now. NewHoops has made content that even I would watch. I say that as somebody who's just not into sports, but this topic is actually legitimately fascinating. But how do you make people excited to click and actually watch one of these videos? That's what I asked NewHoops, and he gave us part 2 of his strategy, and it's all about the packaging.
If you look at the thumbnail is very simple. Almost too simple in hindsight. Going forward, I just want to make sure and keep consistent that when someone looks at this thumbnail or title, they'll know exactly within the first couple seconds what that video is about. I don't want to crowd the thumbnail. I don't want to put too much copy on the thumbnail. I want to make sure that the packaging, the title and the thumbnail is very clear and people will know what they're clicking on.
This thumbnail is a masterclass in conveying a simple idea so brilliantly that people don't even need to read the title. These are the thumbnails that pack the most punch. They instantly connect with viewers who are scrolling through YouTube and immediately get them to stop, while also understanding the video that they haven't even clicked on yet. But what comes next? Because you've scored with your idea and you've dazzled with your packaging, how do you build a loyal fan base?
I'm applying a lot more questions included in my videos. So for example, in the arm sleeve video, I asked a few questions about why X player, is he better in his prime than Y player? People are just going crazy in the comments because it's just fun to compare to the two. And so just including those types of questions, having space within the video for viewers to engage with each other in the comments, I think that's really, really cool. Going forward, I definitely am and make it a priority to make sure that my videos and my channel is the space for people to engage with, build this community. I think that's very important because in that video, not to rant too much, but I was talking with the viewer as opposed to just to the viewer.
If you're thinking the lesson here is to just engage with your viewers, hold that thought. There's a deeper lesson in the playbook here. Let's talk about how New Hoops isn't just dropping facts, but he's also weaving his opinions and the views of his audience into the storyline. Because he didn't just connect, he sparked a conversation. That's what helps creators achieve MVP status. They have to become relatable. But let's just for a second go back to New Hoops and talk about engagement strategy.
Aside from including questions to the viewers within my videos, one underrated thing that's starting to pop off is the community tab on YouTube. And so if you check the community tab, I've just been, again, being in the NBA niche, I know what fans like to talk about, love to compare. And for example, I'm starting this series, and it's not original by any means, but on my community tab, every Tuesday, Thursday, I ask the question, what version of X player is the greatest? And so for example, Kevin Durant's been on, 4 teams, the Warriors, the Thunder, the Suns now, and the Nets. Just asking people what version of Kevin Durant's the best. I think it's gotten like thousands of impressions. That's gotten like, I think my highest one was like a 1.8K views, and I only have like 1,400 subscribers. So like people are definitely seeing that on the homepage and obviously engaging with each other on the comment section.
Have you tried that as an image poll?
Yes, image polls specifically are the ones that like show up on the home feed and do really well.
I am genuinely impressed with New Hoop's commitment to community engagement. This happens in the videos, through the comment section, and even in New Hoop's community tab. He's not letting the size of his channel hold him back. He's always experimenting and putting himself out there. It's obviously working, but you know what? Even as a larger channel ourselves, we're always in experimentation mode. None of this is just a one and done skill. YouTube is a consistent journey of learning and growing.
Early on, I misunderstood what consistency meant for me. For me, consistency at the start was uploading on a schedule and nothing else. So no matter what, just upload every Sunday. The problem with that before is like, I didn't try to improve anything. I didn't try to prioritize the hook, the first 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. I didn't change the title. I didn't change the thumbnail, the editing, whatever it may be. I didn't improve anything. But now consistency for me is to just be consistently better, consistently improve upon each video. Because at the end of the day, you can be consistently bad. So for me, my advice is just figure out what consistency means for you. If you have a problem uploading on a schedule, focus on that. If you have no problem improving each time, again, prioritize the schedule. But if you have a problem with improving every single time, definitely work on being consistently better and improving.
You know, this really hits home with the advice that I would give to smaller creators myself. And yes, I realize that's a baseball reference, but you don't have to be in a hurry. And daily uploads are not a must. Take your time, just like New Hoops did with that remarkable video that you're trying to make. And if it wasn't already obvious, you can tell this was a really good investment of time for New Hoops. Instead of making one video really fast that catered to maybe a couple of hundred people, New Hoops took his time and ended up making a video that reached hundreds of thousands of people. YouTube Shorts and other platforms may push people to upload more and more, faster and faster, but when it comes to long form videos on YouTube, especially today, it's a whole different ballgame. And when I say take your time, I'm not even referring to the amount of time you spend editing the video. It's really about passion and the dedication you pour into your craft, the quality of your actual ideas. That is what propels a channel forward. That is what's really gonna help you move up and down the court. So if you're ever feeling pressured, just remember, quality over quantity. I know it's cliche, but especially these days on YouTube, it's super important. It should be obvious that your content has heart and soul. That's how it's going to connect with an audience.
You can have the best packaging around it, but if the idea is bad, it just won't perform well.
So yes, finding the right idea can be really tough, but it makes all the difference. This video here is going to help you come up with those ideas and find new ways to stand out on YouTube as well.